Wow, it's trippy. Alright, hey guys, thanks for watching Cheap Shot. We're going to do defensive gun use videos a little bit differently. It takes too long for me to go through, look at everything, write it down, swap it over, make the video, review it, and then edit it for what's frankly going to be probably a weekly video. So we're just going to live stream it. Whether people watch it or not, it's up to you. But it's just going to save me a lot of time, and it's going to help us get through this. So what do we got here? We got my live streaming. I'll probably check on this every once in a while, but whatever. I'm still new to this. I don't have a second monitor. We have our map that we made the other day. We've got our chart. I've added a state daily average. I don't want it to adjust with that number. All right, we're going to delete this. We don't need it right now. Average daily. That's total. We're going into week 2. Like I said, our map in seconds. Got my sources. We already got January 8th loaded up, so let's start with that. Police, attack on Trump supporters sparked active shooter scare at Pennsylvania Mall. Got a little K with the Make America Great Again hat. A dispute over man's open support for President Donald Trump led to last week's active shooter scare. So, Trump supporter wearing a red Make America Great hat pulled a gun on a man who threatened to assault him and then swatted to knock the hat off his head. Alright, it doesn't matter where it's at, doesn't matter where it's going. A guy threatened to assault him and then actively swatted the hat off his head, whether that was what he was doing or what. The individual threatened to assault him. The actor then took a swipe at the hat and knocked off his head. At that point, the victim backed up, drew his weapon, and pointed at the ground. The guy took off. That's good. So we're going to do that. A defensive gun use. Where's Mercer County? I bet there's a lot of Mercer counties. If you own a website, put your freaking state in the article. So we're in Pennsylvania, right? So we're going to add 1 to Pennsylvania. We'll sort this by A to Z. Where are we at, Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania with 2. Employee killed in Gwinnett while trying to defend against armed robber. The victim was later identified as a retired sheriff's deputy. So store employee died trying to fend off a robbery suspect at his own in Gwinnett County. Police believe the black suspect entered the store, followed by a female employee after she helped the person outside. The suspect entered the man in cash drawer, which got the attention of a male employee, who came out of the back and attempted to draw his weapon. The suspect responded by opening fire and killing the male employee. The victim was 63-year-old Takura, retired Gwinnett County Sheriff's deputy. You know, they always say, like, just give them the money, and we've talked about this before. Just give them the money, just give them the money, but you don't know if that's all they want. The fact that he already had a firearm out means he was already there with malicious intent. So this is defensive gun use, and it's unfortunate that the gentleman, while trying to defend himself, his store, and his fellow employees, had to perish, and that's sad. One thing you have to be careful with is, down here we talked about how the police identified the victim as Felix Cosman, the man that actually pulled the firearm and died. We want to be careful sometimes. You read the article, and let's say someone kills an attacker, they will sometimes list that person as a victim. I'm not saying they do it maliciously, but sometimes they may do it if, like, the case is still pending. So you want to be a little bit careful about reading up on that when you do that. So we got Georgia. Coming next. She did the right thing. Off-duty HPD officer shoots armed robbery suspect at Walmart near Humble. 17-year-old veteran of the Houston Police Department thwarted a robbery attempt outside the Walmart. 2:40 p.m. Walked to the customer's desk with a shotgun. All right, done. We're done. Now, some people might argue this is a police officer. You know, defensive gun use. We're kind of looking at citizens. Off-duty. You know, probably just wearing normal clothes. It's a defensive gun use. It doesn't really matter. Houston, Texas. 1 for Texas. Fox 17, West Michigan. Intruder shot and killed by resident in Grand Rapids. Police are investigating after homeowner shot and killed an intruder. Overnight, happened before 2:30 Wednesday. Grand Rapids police say a 51-year-old man showed up to the home to confront a woman inside. The man pushed his way into the home where the argument ensued. The 38-year-old man inside the home then confronted the intruder and ended up shooting the intruder in the chest, killing him. Police say it appears the victim is known by the shooter and another woman who lived inside the house. There are no charges at this time. Investigation is ongoing. So it looks like a home intrusion. Not necessarily a home intrusion, maybe like some sort of squabble between people who did know each other. So we're going to pop that in. 1 defensive gun use for Michigan. Michigan's at 2. Sorry, I'm a little sick. I'm a little coughing a little bit, so sorry about that. Man attempting to rob ATM technician shot outside a credit union in North St. Louis County. Imagine like you're gonna go rob a dude that's probably bending down in front of like in front of the ATM. He's probably got like his butt crack out, and then he turns around and shoots you. Where are we at with this? Ozark first, Springfield. We're probably what, Missouri? Yep. A person was shot and killed Tuesday afternoon when trying to rob an ATM technician. Police received a call of a shooting just after 1:30 p.m. These are in broad fucking daylight. 2 people approached the ATM technician while the individual was servicing the machine. One of the suspects was then shot, and another person drove away from the scene. It's unclear who shot the suspect. The wounded suspect was taken to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead. ATM tech stayed at the scene and cooperated with the police. So, that is a defensive gun use in Missouri. So let's look at this. I don't know if that's me, but we're going to go to YouTube and we're going to make sure that it is not demonetized. That's also it for January 8th. So let's look at this. You guys are kind of on a learning curve with me, seeing what's going on. Wow, request review. Wow, haven't even finished and we're already demonetized. Great. Which is funny because the other video I did just like this has not been demonetized. So that's pretty funny. All right, we're moving on to the 9th. Figured out how to open more than one at one time. It was control. That's the button I was missing. Control, 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 control. January 8th. We're going all the way to the 14th. 79. Now you are going to know where I live. 79-year-old man accused of gunning down car burglary suspect. Now, I've read this before, so we're going to take and read this through. We're going to read this very carefully. Sources say shooter had a concealed carry permit, pulled his gun after Billy Ray Johnson pulled a gun on him. A 79-year-old man is accused of fatally shooting a man suspected of breaking into his car. The shooting happened about 9:30 a.m. Wednesday near blah, 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 blah. I heard gunshots. It was 4 of them, Brandy Johnson said. I seen somebody laying right there. I didn't know who it was. The victim turned out to be her 20-year-old brother, Billy Ray Johnson. The whole time it was my brother. My brother was laying right there by himself. WISN-12 News learned the deadly shooting stemmed from a car break-in. Sources said Billy Ray Johnson's neighbor confronted him as he rummaged through the neighbor's car. Police arrested the shooter at the scene, but he had since been released. The man told WISN-12 News he couldn't comment on the shooting. Sources said the shooter had a concealed carry permit and pulled his gun after Billy Ray Johnson pulled a gun on him. That gun turned out to be a paintball gun. Billy Ray Johnson's family said they never had any issues with the neighbor before. I don't understand how it goes from being a burglary to you killing him in his own yard, Brandy Johnson said. My brother don't carry guns. My brother don't do none of that. My brother's at a 5-year-old reading level. He play with Nerf guns. She said she hoped homicide charges will be filed. You gunned him down in my yard, Brandy Johnson said. You killed my brother in our yard, our house. The district attorney is reviewing the case. WISN-12 News is not identifying the shooter because he has not been charged with a crime. So a man leaves his house in his yard. I imagine like the car is parked on the street. Goes over to a car, starts rummaging through it to steal something. The person who owns that car comes out, says, hey, what are you doing? A man then pulls what looks like a gun, a paintball gun, and the other guy pulls a gun and shoots him. But it's your fault for trying to defend your property and then your life. It doesn't make any gosh darn sense. He didn't do none of that. Yes, he did. And I don't, it was the first time. So, Milwaukee, we got one for Wisconsin. Breaking, one dead after reported self-defense shooting. A man is dead after reported self-defense shooting Tuesday morning. Where are we at with here? From Staff News, the News Herald. Tell me where the hell you are. So, we'll look up the address. Georgia. Deputies dispatched. Found a man dead. Detectives are interviewing others at the scene. More information will be available. We don't know. So we're counting that. 1 for Georgia. The thing is, when there's more information available, they probably won't report on it. When it finds out that it was a homeowner, a home intruder, or something, they're not going to update. So I'm not holding my breath. So Nashville, Tennessee, man sitting in his SUV shoots back at would-be robbers in Nashville. Man fired shots at 2 would-be robbers after they confronted him sitting in his SUV. Fired a shot at the victim as he was running away. The car owner whose arm shot back at. So this is the thing. Police say one of the suspects fired a shot at the victim as he was running away. Now, unless the person was putting the gun behind their head, their arm, and their shoulder, and running away shooting, chances are they stopped, turned around, and shot. At that point, I would shoot back too. Nashville, Tennessee, add 1. We are currently up to 34 for the year. Keystone Road shooting, a case of self-defense. No, self-defense is in quotations. Traverse City. Where is Traverse City? We're in... That's Michigan, right? Yeah. We're in Michigan. Let's double check. You know, when I had filmed this video before I did it live, I had messed up with my Michigan and Missouri. We're in Michigan. Shooting in a wooded area near Keystone Road so 1 man in a hospital will yield no charges. Incident occurred early hours of December. Oh, it's December 26th, so we don't care about that. Bummer. Homeowner shoots burglary suspect in Modesto, California. Yep. Modesto police say a resident heard an alarm go off in their motorhome and caught a man inside. Police were called, but the resident shot the suspect in the leg while officers were on their way to the scene. Officers have identified the suspect. Well, yeah, they got him. Acting in self-defense, no one was hurt. So there is 1 for California. All right, and that sums up the 9th. Moving on to the 10th. Check the stream. 1 viewer. Thanks for viewing. Here we go for the 10th. Deputies, man shoots, kills intruder during Brandon home invasion. Bradenton. Where are we at for Bradenton? Once again, get rid of all of these. Florida, I assume. Yep. A sleeping man woke up to find a stranger pointing a pistol at his head. It happened just after 11 a.m. Friday on 27th. Say the intruder went to the man's house, fired a gun next to his head, and began to pistol whip him. The man fought back. And then we have an ad for some jewelry. During a scuffle, deputies say the intruder dropped the pistol, allowing the homeowner to grab it and shoot him. Well, it wasn't his, but it's a defensive gun use, so we're adding 1 to Florida. Let's take a look at our map real quick. Like I said, this map works well, but sometimes when you don't have a lot of data, it doesn't fill it in properly, you know, because you have Texas has 4, which is the same color as California, which has 3, which is the same color as Michigan that has 2. So hopefully it'll look better as we fill in more data. So here we go. Next one. 1 person charged after shots fired. You know, hold on a second. I bet we can insert our own chart. Can we? Is it going to be smart enough to import a state chart? Chart type, map. State, color. World. Oh, wait, hold on. United States. Hey, what do you know? That looks better. That looks better. All right, I guess we'll keep it red. I guess we'll keep it green. We're gonna change it. Let's change it to purple. I like the purple. We're gonna keep that purple, and our min is gonna be a clear. Oh, boom! That looks good. All right. Screw this map maker in seconds. We're using this. Whoever's watching, thanks for watching. Any chats? Nothing. Thanks for watching. All right, so moving on. We get this. We got, oh, nope. 1 person charged after shots fired in parking lot of Walmart. 1 person was arrested Southwest Military Drive after a report of a shot fired in parking lot. Where are we at? We're in Texas. Someone was harassing people in the parking lot of the store. That's when another man with a gun fired a shot. No one was injured. The man with the gun was taken and questioned by police. The man was seen harassing customers, was charged and arrested and charged with criminal mischief. Customers and staff. So probably some guy was messing around and our guy said, hey, stop that. And then it got violent. So we have 1 and Texas. And we get to watch the map. Oh, all the way down here, we don't get to watch the map. So 1 and Texas. Killing homeowner shoots, kills burglar who was breaking into, I said it right, who was breaking into his home. Another one in Texas. A homeowner shot and killed a man who tried to break into his house Friday morning, according to Killian police. Man 18 forced his way into the home a little before 10 a.m. Homeowner fired multiple gunshots who ran away. Defensive gun use. So here we go. Texas. Get another one. Man, Texas just turned into a big purple blob, didn't it? So that was the 10th. Going on to the 11th, we got 2. East Tulsa, Oklahoma resident shoots man who reportedly kicked in back door. If you haven't watched the new Watchmen show on HBO in Tulsa, you need to watch it. It was good. East Tulsa resident shot a man who kicked open his home's back door early Saturday. A lot of back doors. Homeowner, his son, and 3 other people were inside the resident. With a man who police didn't identify, knocked on the front door and demanded to speak to his fiancée, police reported. The son told the man that he had the wrong house. The homeowner's son had no relationship to the man or the fiancée. Man peered through vehicle windows of the resident, then went into the backyard to the back door. Homeowner's son retrieved a gun and issued several warnings to the man. The man kicked the door open and entered the house. The man fired 1 shot, striking the man in the abdomen. Emergency responders found the man on the street when they arrived at 2:10 a.m. and took him by ambulance. Information to hospital. Information is not available on his condition. So we got 1 for Oklahoma. I need to learn my alphabet. Dang it. So, armed robber shot, killed man in West Dallas, Texas. Homeowner was hosting a social gathering in the front yard of his house when 3 suspects robbed the party at gunpoint. One of the issues, individuals at the party who police say had a licensed handgun carrier produced his weapon and shot the robbers. 1 robber was shot, 2 others fled the scene. The robber that was shot passed away. So January 11th. We'll post on January 11th. Is that within? Yeah, we're on our time frame. So another one for Texas. Oh man, like the reason for using purple is I don't want to take and cause any unintended consequences by the color I choose. So that's why I'm sticking with purple. And another thing I didn't want is I didn't want to take and do stereotypes. You know, I didn't want to, but I mean, you're looking at it and the saying is going, don't mess with fucking Texas. Now, it does also have a very large population, and so does California, which is why California also has 3, which before today was pretty high. But dang, I mean, I just don't want this map to be just one thing of freaking purple from Texas. January 12th. We're actually going to change the name of this live stream. We're going to go all the way into the 19th. Nope, we're not. I need to stop it so I can see how it's doing. So, we're not. Sorry. Like I said, it's a learning curve. January 12th. Husband killed, wife arrested after alleged home invasion in Livingston Parish. Husband and wife attempted to force their way into a Livingston Parish home before the husband was shot by a resident in his home. Investigators said. Why, we don't know at this time, but we do know their vehicle got stuck. The McCarrolls failed to dislodge the vehicle, at what point Kendall attempted to force his way through the front door of the home. Oh, our car's stuck. Better rob this house. All right, Louisiana. JSO, Jackson Sheriff's Office. Jacksonville. Police were en route to a burglary. Said the investigators show the homeowner exchanged gunfire with the intruder. White compact kit pickup truck. All right. Straightforward. There we go. Florida. And we're going to the 13th. Thoughts on the 13th. Now, what day was the 13th? A Monday. Police looking for suspect in attempted Webb City house burglary. Shots fired. We're in Montana, right? Webb City, Montana. Like I said, I got my MOs and my MIs, everything messed up. So I just, Missouri. See, I told you. I told you. What the hell is Montana? Yeah, MO. So Webb City, Montana. I didn't mess it up. I didn't. I am smart. Montana. That's what messed me up last time. Is I saw that at Webb City, I put it for Missouri, and I thought my dummy had messed up MO with MI. Well, that's Michigan. Who the fuck cares? Oh my god. We'll just double check it if it's an M. Authorities are looking for 25-year-old Trey Atkinson. He is considered armed and dangerous. The image is Ackerson was captured on the doorbell camera of the home involved in the burglary. 2:40 a.m. Friday, officers were called. Burglary in progress. Resident home fired several shots from a handgun at Ackerman. The house was targeted. All right, so we got one for Montana. I need to go out and I need to specifically be searching more for these less populated states because, you know, if it's less populated, chances are it's not going to be showing up on my news agitation. So, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Homeowner engaged in shootout with robbery suspect. Homeowners discovered a suspect in their house, and that's when the shooting occurred. However, the suspect got away. All right, so we got one for North Carolina. Once again, all of these sources will be linked down into the description. Feel free to poke around for yourself. We're going to go a little bit quicker. 22-year-old turns tables on would-be carjacker. Fights back! A would-be carjacker fled for his life after intended target retrieved a gun and fired shots at him. The intended victim, a 22-year-old, told police that he had just parked his car and got out of the vehicle when a red pickup truck pulled up beside him. An older man got out of the truck, pointed a gun at the victim, and demanded the keys to the victim's car. The victim handed over his car keys. See, this is another thing that we were talking about before. We want to be careful with who are they describing as the victim. The victim handed over his car keys, but the suspect tried shooting him anyway. Fortunately, the suspect's gun malfunctioned. The victim was able to grab his own firearm and fired several shots. St. Louis, Missouri. Unless it's East St. Louis, Illinois, but you know we don't care about that.
Uniquely captivating experiences.
I don't know where that sound's coming from.
This is Florida Headline News Radio.
Who cares? Does anyone watch this shit?
Inside Florida politics. Join Florida's all-star political lineup.
Polk County Sheriff. Where's that? New Haven. I just want to be sure. Polk, New Haven, Connecticut. Confronted following too closely. Oh, man. Wait, Winter Haven. Where did I get New Haven? I'm dumb. Winter Haven, Florida, right? It's gonna be some Florida thing. Yep, city in Florida. So basically, driving his pickup truck in front of an SUV. So the SUV driver told detectives that the truck driver in front of him came to a sudden stop, making him quickly hit the brakes. The truck driver got out of the truck and cursed him for falling too closely. Okay, so truck's in front, SUV's in back. The SUV driver told officials the truck driver, now is this like a pickup truck? Or, yep, pickup truck. The SUV driver told officials the drunk driver threatened to kill him and the passenger, making him fear for his life, so he grabbed a gun from his glove compartment and planted the man and fired it. The truck driver was taken, the gunshot window, no rest of the man. Okay, the SUV driver told the truck driver in front of him came to a sudden stop. Don't get out of your freaking car. No, we're not counting this. This was an escalating situation. The person who made the shot escalated the situation, and even though someone considers it defensive gun use, I'm not. So we're skipping that one. Police, man breaks into Kokomo Apartments, gets shot by a person living there. Pretty simple. Indiana. Witness describes a woman pulling gun on peeper in Fairline Macy's bathroom. A shopper at Fairline. So this one I've read before. Basically, girls in the bathroom, two girls are in the bathroom, and a dude's in there peeping it, making it feel weird, tells them to leave. pulls a gun. That's when he leaves. We're considering this a defensive gun use. We don't know what that man's intention was by being a peeper. Family unhurt after man shot, killed during attempted robbery. A man was shot and killed in an armed robbery. Killed an armed man who tried to rob him Saturday night in his apartment in Baldwin Borough, Pennsylvania. And that wraps that day up. That wraps the 13th. 14th, last day, just one. Control, open that up. 3 men try to rob a man at gunpoint in Madison. Victim pulls out his own gun and fires back. Man turned the tables on 3 men trying to rob him at gunpoint when he pulled out his own handgun and began shooting. We're in Nashville, Tennessee. I think we had this one before. Monday night. So this was posted on the 15th or the 14th, and I said Monday night. Nope, wouldn't have been. All right, fled the scene. So one more for Tennessee. This also isn't a very scientific thing either. All right, so here we go. Our heat map, week 2, total. I should do days. So we're ending on the 14th. So we're gonna do day 14th. Now I'm not gonna mess with that. Whoops. I can't even use Google Sheets. All right, 49 for the second week. That's 3.5 a day. Coming in, we have Texas with 7, Florida with 6, and Indiana with 4 with our little heat map there. So once again, all the sources will be down in the description. Thanks for watching Cheap Shot. Please like and subscribe. I gotta say that. We're gonna be doing another live stream here in about 5-10 minutes once I get the next data for the 15th to the 19th. We're gonna be switching to it where I'm gonna do the week from basically what is we're gonna basically go from Saturday to Sunday, or from Sunday to Saturday, if you will. And then on Tuesday, I'll be compiling everything, and that's when we'll do the live streams because this doesn't need to be a high production thing. So once again, thanks for watching Cheap Shot. Have a good day.